Vivid View.
You are still watching Vivid View with Helis.
Very low frequency, extremely low frequency, electromagnetic frequencies, radio frequencies that we get from our laptops, our phones, power stations, masts, electrical wirings.
Really?
Yeah, microwave ovens.
Wow.
Yeah, our TV appliances, they all emit very low, which is lower on the spectrum, energy spectrum.
But it's even as low as it still have some, poses some danger to health. Is it what right?
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. As it is, it's a known fact that the ionizing radiation kind, when exposed to it, it damages the DNA and mutates it, which results into cancer, as we know it.
Wow.
Yeah, but on the other side, the electromagnetic frequency, constant exposure, daily exposure like we have in our phones and our laptops and our daily iPads and equipment, they tend to chronically dislocate, shake the DNA, which is the building block of life. So when they do this, the DNA tends to mutate into cancer.
And it's unknown to the users, unknown to those. So which means people that carry 3-4 phones, they are even
there are thermal consequences and non-thermal consequences even with this. Sometimes you find out that you leave your phone in your pocket for a long time, you start having, there is a heat you feel on your thighs, your chest, your breast pocket, and those are the thermal, which can heat up tissues. And there are a lot of researches, publications that are on the net and other research sites that elucidate.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, now the next question to so what are the sources of radiation and what main effect does it have on the human populace?
Okay, thank you. Basically, there are two sources. There is the natural source and there is the man-made source.
Natural and man-made.
Natural and man-made source. And in these cases, we're talking about non-ionizing. We are talking about things that like the doctor has explained. You understand it. So those natural sources and man-made, those are the basic sources. Natural source, the sunlight, like he mentioned, all this type of rays emanating from her. Those are, and then the non-ionizing type, the one from our creation, man-made technologies, electronics, all these things that we have, all of them are also a major source. So there are basic sources too, natural and man-made.
Thank you so much.
So to just add some points to what you just said, the Earth itself is protected from the natural source because from space, the globe is actually bombarded by gamma rays, X-rays from the sun. So there are protective coverings around the Earth that actually filter these rays from here. So when we get directly, it's white light, sunlight. And in the white light, there is the electromagnetic frequency. There is a red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Then
just like the rainbow.
Yes, yes. So on the electromagnetic wavelength, you now have the low frequency and extremely low frequency, where you get the microwave. And then you go further down on the other side, you get the gamma rays and the X-rays on the frequency. So the Earth is actually protected. Now the man-made ones are those things that humans have harnessed from the Earth to build our phones. So those the communication aspect of it has to do with this electromagnetic frequency and radio frequencies. That is why he said the natural and the man.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Mr. William, for this exposure. We'll take a break now. We'll come back. We'll continue. Vivid View.
Say and do it. Vivid View.
Welcome back. The next question still goes to Dr. Stanley. I'm asking, are there experts' opinion regarding these assertions?
Oh, yes. Experts' opinion abound, and a lot of researches has been done, publications on the internet. Most notable out of them is the International Electromagnetic Frequency Scientists Organization. Now, this organization consists of about 190 scientists all around the world.
190?
Yes, from 39 different countries. Yes, there are doctors, medical doctors, marine biologists, physiologists, physiotherapists, engineers that have come together to agree. And I have actually done a lot of research work on the effects of non-ionizing radiation on humans and wildlife. Take, for instance, sometimes there's this natural electromagnetic pattern which birds migrate from one part of the earth to another part. You now find out that when there's what we call the ionosphere. The ionosphere is where charged particles abound on the Earth's surface. When these particles are charged, either through most from these man-made sources, what happens is the flight pattern of the bird is distorted. Because they fly with electromagnetism from one part of the earth to another part during their migratory period. Now, when this man-made electromagnetic frequencies alter their flight pattern, we tend to have ecological issues. You understand? Even the bees. The bees are economically important to us as human beings. They help in pollinating plants on the field. Now, they also fly with electromagnetism. If you alter their electromagnetic flight path, you make them extinct. Then you can imagine the ripple effect on agriculture, so these are the things world leaders are actually talking about, climate change and the rest of them. So that the research, the publications abound on the internet, and you can go to our website and get yourself acquainted with a lot of them. www.electromagneticshield.com.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much. Others, I hope you're enjoying this program. The next question goes to Mr. Williams. So what about children? Are there any age limits to the exposure?
Children are more susceptible. Why? Because of the rapid division of their cells in developing. So most times when you expose children to this kind of technology, what happens to them? The cells are busy multiplying, developing, helping them in the growth process. So they are not armed to be able to have a protection or a shield, as it were. So children are quite susceptible, yes. And a growing child, for example, take a child that is growing. The basic skull is quite light. It's not as hard as ours, as adults. Yes, you understand. So what happens? When you continue to expose this child and these bombardments are coming, it begins to filter into the system, whether it be the brain and all of them. So that's it. So children are quite susceptible. And it's it's much of a challenge because, some of us want our children to have this, but it's good to be well informed to understand that because of the multiplication, their growth process, as it were, they are quite susceptible and they are open to this.
So invariably, before you come...
Yes, okay, and to add to what he's just said, in 2011, the World Health Organization classified electromagnetic frequency as a type 2B, possible carcinogenic.
Wonderful.
Yes, yes.
So it is more, we believe, the research scientists, we believe that it is more than being classified as 2B. Yeah, so it has to go through a lot of reviews, So So
invariably, the parents are coming this way now. We parents that are giving our handsets to our children. Either they want to use it to play or to play games and all that. We are really exposing them to danger unknowingly to us. And so this is the essence of this study. Yes. That you do not love your child by giving him or her an handset when he's below 10 years, I suppose.
Yes, yes.
I suppose because of the development of the brain that I just mentioned now. So please take note of this. Particularly, I found about that before, but I didn't even know the danger to the health. But when I see a baby playing or a mother that leaves her handset to the child, I always say, no, this is not something a child should play with. I even consider the amount in purchasing that handset and what it does. But I never knew it's even harmful to their health. Now we have health. Please, parents, you didn't love your child by giving your child handset when it's below 10 years. Thank you so much for this exposure. Then the last question before we take a break again is, are pregnant women at any risk? And is there any solution to all this? Sir Williams.
Okay, yes. In fact, pregnant women are more susceptible.
Wow.
Why? Because of the biological development they are going through. You know, it's not just a question of the mom now. The fetus is developing.
Yeah.
And as long as it's developing, you know, by exposing that particular fetus to this kind of electromagnetic rays is also affecting them. So that's why I say it's more susceptible. So it's something that is very, very important for us to understand. Because when we understand it, we can also take steps to protect the unborn child.
Does it have to do with scanning? When a pregnant woman goes for scan, is it also affected?
Well, the exposure is minimal. Sometimes during the period, mothers are pregnant women. The doctor, the obstetrician, seeing the pregnant women, most times allow them to just 2 scans between the 9-month period of gestation.
More than that,
so
right?
yes,
except for various
complications. Yes.
So what are the solutions? I got 2 questions I want to ask. What are the solutions to this?
Okay, basically the solutions are the international scientists, you know, on EMF. They have come up with basic solutions. First is to adopt, number 1, adopt a more protective exposure guideline for pregnant women and children. Okay? And then secondly, to ensure that EMF, you know, protective devices are developed in new technologies. But thirdly, to encourage manufacturers to develop safer technologies. You know, because once they're able to develop that, then we are home and dry. We're able to be safe. And that's actually where Sonic Electronics comes in. Okay. Because Sonic Electronics is actually designed to bring about shielding, to shield you and I from these rays as we are experiencing them. Okay. And we can demonstrate it, as it were, to show exactly how it works.
Can we see that?
Yes, we can. We can. And to be able to do that, maybe I just need somebody.
You say you need somebody.
Somebody volunteer. Somebody from with your handset, you can come over.
I'm finished. Honey, I'm finished.
Why are you crying?
They have stolen my car.
Is that why you are crying? It has been taken care of.
Oh.
TDS is in charge.
You mean?
I said TDS is in charge.
Oh yes, TDS Services has come with solution to all snatching or theft problems like cars, trailers, tractors, phones, PCs, boats, or any heavy machinery from a monthly fee. Take control of your drivers and vehicles from any location you are with the help of your GSM phones and PCs. With TDS car tracking device, you can track your vehicles and assets, save more money, and sleep better. Use TDS car tracking device. TDS Services located at 12 Sokbamba Road, 52 First Circular Road, all in Benin City, and 21 Denis Osadebe Way, Asaba, Delta State.
Okay, thank you very much. Like I said, we're just going to do a simple test, what we call a kinesiology test. And then we're going to see the impact this phone is having on this particular young man. So we'll put the phone aside. I just put the phone aside and ask him to stretch forth his arm and see how. So muster up enough energy. Make sure that I'm not able to pull it down with 2 fingers. You know, it's funny. Just 2 fingers with an arm like this. So I'll just try. So I'll do what I can. So let it be firm. Resist me as I go. So I'll try to do it. Ready? You ready? Wow. basically his natural strength and energy is there because there is no interference. Now let's see what happens. Take your phone, put it around you in your pocket or anywhere. You understand? And stretch your arm again and make it stronger than you did before so that it will be very impossible for me to use two fingers. You got it? So let's try. You ready? Okay, ready? Go. Okay. The truth is this. He's not able to resist because that particular thing is having contact with him. You understand? And that's it. And so when we're talking, when we're talking about sonic shield, let me have the device. This is a simple device that once you have it, it creates a biofield around you, 9-inch diameter, and protects you. So I'm going to hand this over to him. So you hold this. You understand? And then do the same thing, the same exercise. Stretch your hand again and make it very firm, as it were. But that is firm. So I'll attempt again to do 3. You know, this is the third stage. You remember? The first stage without your handset, the second stage with your handset, and the third stage with your handset and the shield. Are we together? Okay, let's try again. Just go ahead. Okay, ready? Go.
You could.
Wow. So basically, it will be very, very difficult. It's impossible for that to happen because his entire biofield has been energized. You understand? And this thing, even without even talking about, this thing comes in sizes. This is just a mobile dish. It's a dish, you have it in your pocket, have it as a key holder or anything, and it serves you. We also have the one for domestic you can put in your living room, and we have the one for corporate in offices where they use systems and all, computers and all this. They're supposed to have this so that if they can have a frequency that is healthy for all of them and keep them healthy in the face of this electromagnetic technology that we are all facing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow, this is amazing. In fact, I couldn't just believe what I saw now, but I think it's quite convincing from this demonstration. Right, thank you, Williams and Dr. Stanley. We'll take a break now so that we can give a chance for the audience to ask their questions. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
Vivid View.
Kolade Ideu Victor. My question goes to Dr. Stanley. Sir, due to being ignorant of the effects of this rays to one's melanin or DNA, now, what can be done to rebuild a spoiled melanin or DNA?
My name is Okafor Naomi. My question is directly to Dr. Stanley. How do bees fly with electromagnetic effect?
I'm confident, and I would like to ask, apart from cancer, what else can the ray do to people? And what is the other anomalies we can get?
Welcome to TDS Services Limited, Information Technology One-Stop Center for ICT products of choice, which includes sales of new computers, laptops, tablet PCs and accessories, expert computer repair services, network support and after-sales services, office equipment, projectors, printers, toners, cameras, routers, door locks, VSAT services, web design and software development, sales and installation of intercom, CCTV security devices and glow fixed lines, all at competitive price. Reach us at our head office, number 12, Sokoma Road, Benin City, or our branches at 52 First Circular Road, Benin City, or 21 Denis Osadebe Way, Asaba, Delta State. Call lines 0705 26 14010 or 0823 7259605. TDS Services Limited, exceeding customers' expectations.
Vivid View.
Welcome back. You're still watching Vivid View with Hilis. The questions has already been asked from the audience, so I direct them to our guest. Dr. Stanley, please.
Okay, the first question, the part A of the first question states effects on melanin or DNA. Now, let me take the effect on DNA first. It's quite simple. Over time, because these electromagnetic frequencies are they're in the low frequency range. Over time, it affects these cells chronically over a period of 5 to 10, 15 years.
Yes.
So gradually, we know it could cause vibrations of the DNA. You understand? And we now know, we really think now as researchers that it actually dislocates and damages the DNA over a period of time. So when it does that,
it's a slow killer. Then.
Yes. So when it does that, the cells now mutate. When they mutate, we now have cancer. Do you understand? So that is the way it causes cancer. Then melanin. Melanin is the pigment on our skins. Maybe probably it could have an effect, maybe probably over time when there's this tissue, thermal effect on the tissue. Maybe it will eat your skin over time. That skin now tends to, but basically there's really no relationship now with melanin itself. Now.
But DNA.
But
now.
DNA is because it's even the DNA that instructs the melanocytes, the cells that produce melanin, to produce melanin. So if the DNA that instructs the melanocytes to produce melanin is affected, then eventually melanin will not be produced, and it will there will be depigmentation around the area of skin there.
So invariably there will be no remedy.
Yeah, except you go to see a doctor.
Yes.
Yeah. Then taking the part B of the question, say how do you repair an already damaged tissue? DNA. Well, when DNA is damaged, it's damaged.
Oh.
The resultant thing is the mutation. And that is where you now see all sorts of cancers, cancer, neuroblastoma, the cancer of the glands.
Aluminium roofing brings out the complete beauty of your building. There are aluminium and steel products all over the place. There is something peculiar about our product and services. We manufacture high-quality aluminium roofing sheets of all colors and gauges. Our oven-baked color-coated sheets are durable and resist weather hazards. At Benko Aluminium, we supply and install as requested by customers. We offer prompt supply services to our numerous customers anywhere. And we are also professionals in steel fabrications such as warehouse, churches, filling stations, canopies, etc. Benko Aluminium. Locate us at number 188 Saple Road beside PHC and Transmission Office. Telephone 0709-881-0816
or 08055627276.
Benko Aluminium, the builder's choice always.
SOGB gas, SOGB gas, SOGB gas, SOGB gas, SOGB gas, SOGB gas.
SOGB cooking gas, then cooking gas in town. Situated at number 192A Saple Road by Noma Petrol Station, Benin City, Edo State. Our services are open to customers from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. With our trained staff ready to render safety services to you. Check out our accessories and maintenance section for your cooking gas cylinder update. With the use of our digitalized scaling system, be sure of reliable and durable cooking gas. Our prices are moderate and we sell at discounted rates. And we also supply mini cooking gas depot and as well as industrial services to corporate bodies and organizations. Follow us on Twitter at SOGB Gas, Facebook SOGB Gas Limited, or call the following number 08073025378 or 08106623792. SOGB Cooking Gas. SOGB Cooking Gas. The cooking gas in town.
Whenever Princess starts, the neighbors do complain that her voice and the beats are too loud. Who is scared of the voices of tomorrow's superstars? You are special in your way.
It's me, like no other.
No one else can do it like you.
Italy,
I can play the drum. I can sing. I can dance. With Italy. Amazing moms who identify and nurture the uniqueness in
this and they told to Mordecai Esther's words. Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, Take note with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house more than all the Jews. For if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall there enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place. But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed. And who knoweth whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time as this. Then Esther bid them return Mordecai this answer. Go, gather together all the Jews that are present in Shushan, and fast here for me, and neither eat nor drink 3 days, night or day. I also and my maidens will fast likewise. And so I will go in unto the king, which is not according to the law. And if I perish, I perish. So Mordecai went his way and did according to all that Esther had commanded him. Look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor, you will not perish. You are created for such a time as this. God brought you forth into the land of the living. For this time, you are created. For this time, you will not perish. In Jesus Christ of Nazareth name. Amen. Declare for yourself, right where yourself, say, I shall not perish. I am created for this time. I am created for this time. I shall not perish. In Jesus Christ of Nazareth name. Amen. Chapter number 5. Now it came to pass on the 3rd day that Esther put on a royal apparel and stood in the inner court of the king's house, over against the king's house. And the king sat upon his royal throne in the royal house, over against the gates of the house. Say, O Lord, I have come today to make a case for myself